Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tito Clock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
What's up, everybody? Hello there. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. June, Oliva, how you doing? And the rest of the gang, who else we got out there? Let's just see if we can connect my little thing over here. We got Vic, Maitam, Ara Alarcon. There we go. We got some backing music too. But we're totally legit this week. Yep, we had our machine fixed up. So we now have background music. We should have Free Plug Friday. And everything else should work as normal, except for maybe the host. Because that one is way past its warranty now. That's me, everyone. I'm Tito James, and I'll be with you till about 6 o'clock tonight. And we still got a lot to get through because aside from all the regular goodies like our raffle prize, which we have today, which is good for the pet lovers, all of the fur parents out there, we got something really special for you guys. It's really good special food. It's not normal dog food. This is really, really good food. Cats, dogs, everything. So we're going to take care of you there. Also, we've got the regular stuff, but we kick things off as we normally do with the latest in headlines. And seeing that we're a little bit behind schedule, let's cross over to Chris and find out what's up. Chris, what you got there for us, Chris?
Hello. Good afternoon, Tito James. Hello, my fellow Tito Clockers. Thank God it's Friday. This is Chris for your Tito Clock News. Dr. Nina Gloriani, chair of the Vaccine Expert Panel, or VEP, said today they may come up with a decision on the administration of COVID-19 booster doses next week. Gloriani noted that breakthrough infections or coronavirus infections among those fully vaccinated happens for all vaccines. Experts earlier said that the vaccines do not completely protect against infection but prevent the severe form of the disease. If booster doses will be given, Gloriani said healthcare workers will still be prioritized. The Department of Health earlier said local experts do not recommend booster shots for now due to the limited study on its efficacy and limited vaccine supply. According to vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr., the government is still in talks with 4 vaccine manufacturers to possibly secure booster shots that may be supplied as early as the first quarter of 2022. A budget of 45 billion pesos is being proposed for the purchase of booster shots next year. New Zealand authorities reported today 28 new cases of the COVID-19 as the country was breaking the chain of transmission of the Delta variant of the disease. New Zealand had been largely free of coronavirus until the Delta outbreak prompted Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern to order the snap lockdown last month. About 1.7 million people in the largest city of Auckland still remain in strict level 4 lockdown. Restrictions have been eased in the rest of the country, but schools and offices as well as cafe, restaurants, and all public venues remain shut. Ardern's lockdowns and international border closures since March 2020 have been credited with reining in COVID-19, but the government faces questions over delayed vaccine rollout. Just over a quarter of 5.1 million people have been fully vaccinated. Its vaccination administration is the lowest pace among the wealthy nations of the OECD grouping. New Zealand has reported 3,372 cases of COVID-19 since the pandemic began and 26 related deaths. Pope Francis has dismissed media reports that he might resign following his surgery earlier this year. In an interview broadcast Wednesday, the Pope said that it didn't even cross his mind. Pope Francis underwent an operation on July 4 after suffering from a type of diverticulitis, an inflammation of pockets that develop in the lining of the intestine. As if to prove his energy and commitment to the job, the 84-year-old announced further foreign trips to Greece, Cyprus, and Malta. The Pope is due to visit Hungary and Slovakia on September 12 to 15, including a meeting of the Hungarian Prime Minister, Viktor Orban. Pope Francis confirmed he hoped to attend the COP26 climate conference in November in Glasgow, which the Pope said was the pinnacle in becoming globally aware. In his interview with Radio Cope, the Pope also defended the Vatican's controversial 2018 agreement with China that allows both parties a say in appointing Catholic bishops. China has roughly 12 million Catholics. Swedish supergroup ABBA announced their first new album in 4 decades on Thursday, September 2. ABBA said they would stage a series of virtual concerts using digital avatars of themselves in London next year. The band's album Voyage will come out on November 5 with 10 songs, including a Christmas song, Little Things. The concerts will be held at the purpose built ABBA Arena in London's Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park in May and feature digital versions of its four stars, Agneta Falskog, Bjorn Ulvaeus, Benny Andersson, and Annie-Frid Lyngstad. The avatars were created using motion capture technology and will show members of the band as they looked in 1979. The concerts will feature 22 songs, including the two new numbers and a sort of a greatest hits compilation, including Dancing Queen. ABBA was founded in the early 70s by then couples Agneta and Bjorn, together with Benny and Annie Frid. Their initials gave the band its name. Those were the latest in headlines, and now it's time to take a look at the inbox with Tito James. Do, 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 do. Dun dun dun.
They're working. Bell. There you go. Time to stress out. James, what's up? What you got for us there, Chris?
All right. I think the first two you've already prepared yourself. So the first one is things you catch while vlogging. I saw this on your Instagram.
See, I already have a vaccine for you. I watch you. Yeah. But
that's your vaccine. You watch first.
Okay, you have to run this with audio. I mean, like without the audio, it doesn't quite have the effect. X, you think you can pump audio?
Yes. The audio is the most interesting thing in this video.
I'm gonna mute myself here so that we can hear it. Yeah, it's well, just while we're waiting for the audio, you shouldn't be vlogging too while you're driving. At least not if you're the one holding the phone. I mean, if you're somebody else holding the phone or you got it mounted, no problem at all. But yeah, this is this guy was, I guess, vlogging. We don't know. It looks like he's holding the phone, but we don't know. And yeah, something he caught something on the side of his video. Here we go.
Si Kuyang Vloggerist.
See, but I got up there. Oi! Ay! Shit!
Excuse his phone.
Oh, you see, I got up there. Oi! Ay! Shit!
Kuya.
Oh, you see, but I got up there. Oi!
It's serious. I mean, I'm not laughing at somebody getting hurt. I really am not. I am hoping he got hurt. Nothing to do with that. It's the guy's reaction kind of got me off
Yes.
there. But I hope Kuya's okay, even though Kuya should not be overtaking on a solid white line, and neither should also the car has got to also have the presence of mind too before he takes a left or does a U-turn or whatever, because both of them are at fault there. And yeah, so I really hope that guy is okay. And there are two people apparently on the bike, and then it seems that they're okay, because we got a follow up, didn't we, Belle? X, we got a follow up, right?
We do.
Yeah, somebody sent us a photo of the car itself. Was it the guy that sent us the photo of? Was it the vlogger himself that sent that? Oh, the uncle of the vlogger sent us that. So everyone's okay. Yeah, I don't know about the guy's reputation now, but he seems like.
I mean, the vlogger seems to be okay. I hope he's okay also.
No, it's not the vlogger we're concerned about so much.
But the motorcyclists and the passenger.
And the reaction. Okay. All right. Okay. Somebody my reaction.
My gulay. Okay. Up next is something you posted also. It's called the GTA Truck Edition.
Oh, this is bad. Huh?
And
then
almost had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And you can imagine the people around. Like, I got messages from the people he almost hit. Watch this. Right? That okay, I already thought that was it. I thought that was reckless enough as it was.
So there's more.
No, it gets worse. Yeah, he chases the guy to see. Watch this. Up. Watch this.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody there in that blue, in that I think it's a Vitara over there. That person also messaged me. Also, it's somebody on this bike here messaged me. The bikes that you see there,
Oh, wow.
somebody bike guy sent a video. Crazy. I really hope they catch this guy or girl or whoever it is. I don't want to assume the gender, but I won't assume gender, but I will be sure that it's kamote, right? Because
Yeah.
kamote is gender. They are
Yes.
non-binary. So you are an idiot, boy, girl, gay, straight, doesn't matter. Kamotes, they come in all
Kamotes are
shapes
kamotes.
and
That's
that is
true.
a certified kamote right there. Absolute ISO certified kamote. And I hope that we can give you an update on that because I would love to see that kamote's face on national news explaining him or herself. Just to be fair about explaining themselves on national TV about why, because this also happened with remember the fire truck? Do you remember that
Yeah.
fire truck that went run amok, had no emergency, but then hit that girl, and
Oh, yes,
they
yes.
took her out. Well,
Mhm.
apparently, he's pleading not guilty, and they still haven't
Oh,
gotten
wow.
paid, and they're still asking for help. And so that's the reality of these things. We even once they get caught, nothing really happens because the victims are still contacting us saying, "Sir, the BFP they're not responding, and they can't afford lawyers now." And
Mm.
it's just a sad state of our justice system. So this is why I get particularly angry when I see kamotes like that endangering other people because you don't even really have a legal recourse, and that really pisses me off. You got me going. And it's only the second
Woo!
video. Okay. I'm
It's
gonna
only the
calm down.
second.
Order. And next one, here we go.
Okay, okay.
Order.
Let's
Breathe,
do the
Tito
next
James.
one.
Breathe.
Breathe, Tito James. Okay,
Sure,
here
sure.
we go. All right, the next one is called Exempted Ka, Officer. Feeling niya. Okay. Hinga.
Ano to?
Ayan.
Is this a enforcer? Enforcer ba yan?
Parang,
Parang, I don't want to also assume just because he's got a vest on, but
mm,
kamotes wear high vis. Well, then again, I did say they come in all shapes and sizes.
but officer or
I
not. No
feeling
exception though.
talaga, feeling exempt.
Feeling
I,
exempted. Or maybe he's in a costume.
yeah, maybe. Well, man, look at this. It's just anyway. I'm saving myself. I'll try not
Mhm.
to react again because I'm
All
saving it.
right.
Kind of went
Okay,
overboard.
okay. We have a few more, Tito James. The next one is called Over and Under. Another. How did that happen?
Oh, wow. Okay,
Things you
yeah.
see on movies.
I want to know the backstory to that. What on
Mhm.
earth happened there?
Yeah.
Okay, I got. Oh, wow.
Ayan, ang another angle.
I can only assume. I don't have the facts, but trying to piece it together. I'm guessing it's Gitgitan. It's a Gitgitan
Possibly.
Singitan thing. And, I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
He tried, and there we go. Ang galing.
It's a sandwich. Yeah.
Ay, kamote indeed.
Yes.
It's a kamote
Madel
field day.
says no matter how careful you are, there are kamote drivers everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere
You're right.
indeed.
Ah.
Everywhere in the world, not just in the Philippines.
Yeah, nearness is just like movies, Fast and the Furious. Yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. What else you got there? What
All
else you
right.
got?
Last but not the least, Tito James, we have Then and Now. Parang movie talaga.
Uy,
Built by the Romans 4,000 years ago. Built by my city 2 weeks ago. What a
that
work
was a
of art.
I did one on TikTok a long time ago when they were doing the roadworthy vehicle inspections. Remember that for the MVIS to check your vehicle was roadworthy. Or this is what our roads look like. But you check the cars. The car's roadworthy. But this is what the road looks like.
Mhm.
It makes you wonder.
Right.
No, it really makes you wonder because there's a little bit of truth in this. I mean, not that I enjoy driving on cobblestone. I've driven that many times in Europe, and it's not very pleasurable.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
you know, at least it's lasted. It's not pleasurable, but for 4,000 years, it's still there. And
Yeah.
versus the smooth for a day, and then lubak
Mas,
lubak after the rainy season. So
mas matibay pa.
I guess I gotta, I try not to subscribe to the regular conspiracy theories or normal theories about, pera lang yan. But how else do you read it when you see so many cases of perfectly good roads that just fall apart after a year or two?
Mm.
I mean, if your road doesn't last that long, there's something wrong with your contractor, we all
That's
know it.
true.
We all know where, right?
Yes,
Just,
yes.
Chris, I'm just holding back because we still got 30 minutes.
I think that's all we have for today, Tito James. So thank you so much, and I'm gonna give you another round of applause.
Now raise your round of applause with my round of applause.
Yeah. You made it, Tito James. All right, thank you so much, and have a fabulous weekend, everyone. I want to say advance congratulations to those who will win the raffle. Avoid kamote people, but always choose happiness with some sugar rush. Let's all stay safe, healthy, and hydrated. This is Chris. See you guys. Bye.
I don't know why we ended the round of applause with news, but we like Chris, so just seems right. Just puts the right vibe over there, even though it's news, and news shouldn't end with a round of applause. But hey, come on, we're changing the game here. We're throwing things around. We don't normally just comply to the norm over here. So that's Chris with the latest in headlines. You can see her IG handle over there, her FB handle as well. She does voiceovers. She also does online hosting, and obviously does a great job of reading the news. So if you need something like that, we're all about sharing here. We're all about spreading the love and just making sure everyone gets an opportunity. So it'd be great if you use Chris. Another thing that we do along those lines, where we try to sort of keep it in the community and then just mix it up a little bit and somehow grow together out of this crisis, is a segment we call Free Plug Friday. All the regulars know about this. So if you've just joined us, you're about to see what it's all about. It's basically a short little program or little segment that we put together to give smaller business a chance to get free advertising so that they can get on with their lives and kickstart their own little businesses. And we get the money moving around in smaller local circles. And eventually, hopefully, the idea is once we get ourselves back on our feet and everyone's got sort of either they've come through this time and they're back to normal, or perhaps maybe this became their career already. Either way, we call it Free Plug Friday. And for that, we need X. What you got in the box there, X?
Hi DJs, we actually have a lot in store once again, but before we go there, I just want to say hi to all the titoclockers. Welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday. Alright, you guys on the screen. Let's see if we can start our Free Plug Friday or any day without, guess what, DJs?
Raffle!
Cambio muna. What do you think it is?
Coffee!
Coffee, that's right, it's James Jim and Jesus brewed coffee. That's already celebrating their 3rd year. I know.
Like you.
Like me. I know, the same as me. It's my 3rd year. Woo! They offer different coffee flavors that come in these wonderful tea bags. Just look how they even personalize it, Tito James, with different coats and even the Tito Clock logo. How cool is that, Tito James? Just look at that.
Oh man, that is so cool. I can read. Wow, now you can personalize your cups of coffee. I mean, you invite somebody over and you offer them a cup of coffee. It's got your logo on it.
Or your face.
Or your face.
Or favorite coat. So anyway, there's so many possibilities. So Tito James, they sent over their solo packs that start at 14 pesos. Sampler packs priced at 110 pesos, which contains 6 different flavors already, Tito James. Like the Kapeng Barako, Arabica, Vanilla, Hazelnut, Irish Cream, and Macadamia. As well as resealable packs, which have only 1 flavor, but starts at 250 pesos. And the burlap pack, if you want each of your coffee tea bags to be individually sealed. And lastly, a budget pack that starts at 120 pesos, which contains 8 individually sealed coffee bags. Anyway, guys, hope you can check them out. Gem and Tisa's Brewed Coffee on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Rochelle's Kitchen. So Rochelle's Kitchen is a home-based baking startup that offers sweet and savory soft rolls. So they send over their delightful dozen box which contains a mixture of the classic cinnamon roll, dark chocolate chip, cream cheese, and garlic, plus bacon cheddar and garlic. Oh my gosh, so many. As well as the delectable dozen box, which has the cream cheese, bacon cheddar and garlic, and the spinach and cream cheese. How did you find it, James? Which one was your favorite?
I like the cinnamon roll a lot. It was very authentic. And what's the one with the chocolatey thing as well?
I love
what
the
was
chocolate chip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my, the dark choco chip.
Because you kind of cut it up and it was warmed up, so it was not in its natural
State.
state, meaning like in a full. So I was just doing samplers. I was like, wow, this is really good.
It's really good. And actually, James, the secret there is you heat it for at least 15 to 30 seconds in the microwave, and you'll just see the chocolate starting to ooze out. And oh my, it really melts in your mouth. And they really use premium ingredients, I can tell. So guys, hope you can also check it out. Price is 300 pesos for the individual flavors, while it's 800 pesos for the delightful dozen box, and it's 900 pesos for the delectable dozen box. Hope you can check him out. Rochelle's Kitchen on Facebook and Instagram. Next, titoclockers. If there's one thing to perfectly describe Tito James, it's that he's a certified ice cream monster.
Ice cream for ice cream.
For ice cream, Tito James. And ice cream because I wasn't able to take any
Ah!
photos. The next item on the list, which is from Adam's RC Daily Delivery.
Wait, is it from RSA or Adams? What's the deal here?
I think it's really from RC Dairy themselves. Like the guy who actually owns this has an RC in his name, so I'm guessing he's really one from the family himself.
I'm honored now. I'm totally flattered. I'm in the presence of greatness because RSA has always been my favorite flavor of ice cream.
Wow.
Brand, yeah.
Nice.
Because I used to have the dark chocolate one all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, there's just something about their ice cream I've always enjoyed. And I haven't tried all the flavors until now. I know this is not all, but I was able to try like the avocado.
I love that.
That brought me back to my childhood.
Wow, really?
I don't know if you ever used to do this, but we used to have these like popsicle makers.
Yeah.
And as kids, we used to make the avocado ice cream.
In a popsicle stick.
Yes, in those popsicle sticks.
Yum.
And then I tried the Santrabal. That was really good. The dark caramel, which is like, wow. It's like a salted caramel, but with a little bit of burntness in there. Calamansi. Oh my gosh.
That was a surprise.
So refreshing.
Refreshing and light.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I know
refreshing.
these are known brands and stuff, but but by the way, he sent them because why?
For good vibes, we
Well, there are a
all need
lot of
something
good vibes.
sweet.
Thank you.
Lots of good vibes, something sweet, something different. And since they also offer those premium flavors such as the Sanserval and of course the dark caramel, they wanted us to try that, and of course for us to also share our experience with the titoclockers.
Okay, good. Just the experience, because I can't share the ice cream because it's gone.
Sorry guys, and also it's so. But anyway, guys, the good thing is they offer same-day delivery, which offers really convenient payment options. You can see it here. They have
so that's the thing. Is that you can get the ice cream delivered now.
Straight to your home.
Okay, all right. So that's the selling point here.
Yes, and
All
it's
right,
very,
great.
very easy and convenient to have it delivered. It was fast, easy, and definitely convenient. So I hope you guys can also experience the same. Ordering is super convenient. Again, it's 500 pesos, by the way, for the Sanserval and 450 pesos for the dark caramel, since these are their premium flavor lines. And price starts at 110 pesos for the other flavors. Again, Adam's RC Dairy Delivery on Facebook and Instagram.
Thanks, Adam.
Anyway, guys, next we go to Kangkong King PH. So Kangkong King PH offers natural, crispy, and gluten-free flavored kangkong, and they set over both the freshly made and the portable KKB bag that have different flavors, Tito James, like the plain, cheese, barbecue, sour cream, and KKK. Which one did you like, Tito James, and how did you find it essentially?
It reminded me again of my childhood.
Same here. No, same here.
I think we used to have this
For real.
like in a spinach form. It was like a spinach chip, similar
yes.
type of batter.
Wow.
It feels less guilt.
It feels less guilty.
It feels less guilt.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't read the packets, but it felt that. This is like, it just feels native, and it's a nice snack to put out because it's different.
It's different, and for me, it felt healthy, and it, like you, Tito James, it also brought me back to my childhood memories. Because for those people out there who were able to eat in Kamayan every time we would eat at their buffet every Sunday, that would be the first thing that I would grab is their crispy kangkong, because that was the only restaurant that offered it back then. Apart from the others, they really made it pretty well. Anyway, price starts at 50 pesos, but for today, Tito James, it's free because it's raffle time! All right, guys, all right, yes, the full kangkong king each won 5 lucky titoclockers to try out their awesome kangkong chips and all their flavors, and they're giving away EGCs worth 500 pesos each. Woo! All right, TJ, what kind of emojis should they put down in the comments box?
Vegetables.
A vegetable. Any veggie emoji.
Green vegetable.
Green vegetable
Green
emoji.
Vegetable.
Meron, yes, for sure.
Okay, all right.
I hope. Wait, I'll check it out. Anyway, guys, put a veggie emoji there. It doesn't need to be green. If you can't find one, just go put it out there in the comments box to get a chance to win. Good luck. Anyway, guys, hope you can check them out. Kangkong King PH on Facebook and Instagram. Last but not least, we go to Guitar Apparel. So Guitar Apparel, Tito James, is actually a clothing company that's been around since 1960s. That exact thing that you are wearing right now has been around since the 1960s, but they did not start with this. They did not start with casual wear. Actually, they only started as an undergarment company.
So this is made locally here?
Yes, it's made locally here, yeah.
This shirt that I'm wearing right now.
Your shirt that you're wearing right now is actually locally made. And if you see their history, the owner just decided to start this the casual wear just recently. And how do you find the jeans?
The jeans, I really like the jeans a lot. I mean, like a lot. They match any of my top brand jeans, and I like the cut, it's got the holes design in it, or that sort of washed out look. I love it. I love their shirts too. I mean, I'm wearing one now, and I also like their plain shirts.
Exactly. It actually looks pretty good, Tito James. And
what are the price points? Because it does feel like it's got good quality. It just doesn't feel like something cheap.
Right, guys. Prices 149 pesos for the plain shirts, 399 pesos for the polo shirt that you're wearing, Tito James. And for the jeans, it's 899 pesos per pair.
Wow, that's pretty decent. And I can just say, if you're planning to use these shirts for merch, these are good quality.
Exactly.
I mean, because it's a false economy to get you can get shirts for a lot less than this. I mean, I think especially coming up to election time, you can get really, really cheap shirts. But that's the operative word, cheap. And your brand will be always synonymous with it. So when it starts fading and looking like bacon after a while around the neck, that's what your brand's going to be reflected as. So don't. If you want to put out merch and stuff, get good quality stuff. That's how I always feel.
Exactly, guys. And of course, support local. Again, guys, Guitar Apparel on Facebook, Instagram, Lazada, and Shopee. And they're on sale right now, so hope you can check them out. All right, guys. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize the blockers. This is X. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your MBCQ weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Woo, 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 woo.
Woohoo! I don't know what I'm happier about, the Free Plug Friday stuff or all the stuff that we just did, or the fact that we didn't have technical problems this time. Woo! I was sitting there crossing my fingers going, come on. This will be the first Free Plug Friday in 3, 4, 5 weeks, something like that, where we didn't get a technical problem. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm enjoying some of my here. See, I've already got my, where is that logo? Where's that coffee there? See? I'm enjoying a cup of Tito Clock coffee. It's really good too. I mean, and imagine when you give that to your guests and stuff, it's like, well, actually it just makes me look like a narcissist, I guess. But all right. But for other people, maybe not. It just seems that everything I have is branded. People send it. What can I do? All right. Thank you, though. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And if there's anything that you like on Free Plug Friday, do please just pop them a message. Makes your day. It's all about just sort of spreading the good vibes around and getting that local economy kick-started. And that's what it's all about. There's the message. There's the address also down below if you want to be a part of it. So if you have a small business and you want to be a part of it and just get some exposure for free, well, pop a message. X will get that, and she will work on it straight away. Wanted to do a quick shout out to let's do a shout out to some people tuned in right now, because we didn't really get that in the earlier part of the show. So before we get into the raffle and all that, just want to say a shout out to Kevin from Serbia. Hey, Kevin, what's up? And also Jerome from the bangus capital of the world, Dagupan City, baby. And who else we got out there that we can just pop a bit of a hello to? I know we got, who else? Shout out. Kathy Tan says, shout out. Showbiz says a shout out too. Wow, we can keep this going. Shout out to Danica and Bianca Regudo, Abraham Villanueva, Miko Baltazar. A shout out here to who else we got there? Annalisa Benatua. Now Annalisa has been here before. Hi, thanks for tuning in. She says, great stream today, news and Free Plug Friday. We're trying our best, you know. We really are. Every week we seem to have a new drama to deal with, but that's what it's all about. Just being a little bit better than the last broadcast. And that's what it's like in life too, you know, just being a little bit better than the day before, especially now when things are just so kind of crazy. Just getting through the day is already a big victory for most people. So myself included. I mean, you know, just because everyone's got their own struggle nowadays. And I just wanted to remind people who are where this is starting to get to them, just hang in there. Okay, this too shall pass. Trust me, it will pass. It doesn't feel like it now because it just seems like we're going through Groundhog Day and they're doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results. But eventually, these things will pass. And what we have to be careful about, and I know I've said this before, but I feel that it's a timely reminder to say it again, is that what we have to be careful of is what we leave behind once it does pass. Because this is a virus, and viruses come and go. It's part of life. It's part of nature. We cannot outsmart a virus. We cannot declare a war on a virus. We cannot regulate a virus. Viruses just happen. In this case, well, if it's a lab leak, well, it was accelerated by human error, but it's still coming from nature at some point. And nature is just something that just works on its own rules. It doesn't really give free-flying toots about human rules and our regulations and guidelines, etc. So the reason I'm telling you this is because what will be left behind, or what you want to be left behind, are relationships. Don't go through this COVID ordeal and then come out of it at the other end healthy and you've beaten the virus, but you've destroyed relationships with others. Because this is where we're at the moment. We're being pulled apart. And I was just watching a podcast before the show, and it was a very interesting podcast because it was done by a psychologist or psychiatrist, a clinical psychologist, and she specializes in children. And she was talking about how in this state, when we are put into the state of fear, it's fight or flight, right? So we have been in this fight or flight stage for a long time, and your brain by default, in a way of survival, kind of limits the bandwidth for you to be able to only understand certain things that affect your survival, and it kind of blocks out everything else. It made sense to me because she was explaining it in the context of how this is why people fall a lot more for fake news, no matter how irrational the news looks. It's because our brains are in a fight and flight mode. We've been there's a fear campaign going on. There's a lot going on. People are confused and scared. So we go into this natural state of fight and flight or survival, which switches off certain parts of our brain. So therefore, we are only open to the information that supports our survival, if that makes sense. So this is why the polarization is so great right now, is because if you really believe more than any other time before, and you cannot understand how the other side can't see it. And so this is where we have to be very careful, because you have to at least understand that this is transitory. This too shall pass. But what won't pass is the effect that we had on others, or the relationships that we destroyed, or the things that we said that we can't take back. Those are the things that we have to protect, because those are the things that last forever. Those are the things that even echo in eternity well after we're gone. So those are the things we need to prioritize. And this is what concerns me the most about the COVID pandemic and the response. It's not necessarily, I'm no doctor. I've never pretended to be a doctor. I'm not going to try to give you medical advice. But you, as a human being and a member of society, I can see for myself the damage that's being caused. That's pretty obvious. You don't need a degree to see that. The post-traumatic stress disorder that we're going to leave, the kind of anxiety and insecurity and breakdown in communication skills that we're going to leave behind for people who have been almost 2 years locked up. At some point, we have to declare or admit to ourselves that we're going to just have to live with COVID. More and more countries are doing this. Denmark just announced that they are going to shed all COVID restrictions, all of them, once in about a few days' time. September 10 is their deadline for that. Of course, they do have higher vaccination rates, about 70%. So that's really the goal that we should be aiming for, so that at that point, it's let it go. Let nature take its course. I know that sounds harsh. I know people say, wait. Yes, there is a pandemic, but we can only do so much. Locking people up and controlling them is going to leave even bigger problems behind. At this stage of the game, we already know what's bad for us. We can already take accountability for our personal safety and health. This is what the government doesn't owe us that. They have an obligation to make sure that they provide the infrastructure, and that's their job. But they're to control human beings and to patrol and police every single piece of behavior out there. That's not their job. I know that some governments are doing an overreach right now, trying to make it their job, but you'll see that, I guess, the best way forward is telling people life is full of risks. When you jump in a car, jump in an airplane, a train, whatever, walk down the street, cross the road, there's going to be risk. And that's not, we cannot hold your hand throughout the entire thing. We've understood that with every other risk that's out there. I don't know why we've gone so kind of crazy with COVID. Let's keep the vaccinations going. Let's keep the social distancing. Let's keep the masks. But for everything else, I think people should take accountability already for their own personal health and safety. So that's my 2 cents worth. Oh, by the way, just before I end, do you know that you want to hear something really freaky? X, I just sent you a screen grab. Can you post that up? This, I hope, doesn't get to be mainstream, but this is what they're doing right now in South Australia. They are piloting this program right now in South Australia, and, well, I guess if it works there, they're probably going to bring it across Australia. But this one here, people will be forced to download an app combining facial recognition and geolocation. The state will text randomly, can you imagine this? And they'll have 15 minutes to take a picture of their face in the location where they're supposed to be. If they fail, the police will be sent. Now I know there's some people going, well, dapat lang, you know. This is Orwellian stuff. If you don't know who George Orwell is, look him up. Orwell is famous for his dystopian futures. It was supposed to be just part of sort of this for entertainment and something a little bit draconian back in, he was from the 1940s, right? And he wrote a book called 1984 and many other books like this, talking about a dystopian future of totalitarianism. And look, we're seeing it. We're seeing it all over. Australia was one of the freest countries I've ever been to. And I lived there for 12 years. And this just comes as a shock to me. I'm not judging their response. Like I said, everyone's got their own response. But I just hope on a personal level, this doesn't go any further than this. I hope it doesn't cross over to our borders, because, you know, another thing before we do the raffle is another guy I was listening to is a guy called Charles Hoskinson. And if anyone invests in crypto, you'll know who that person is. He is the developer and founder of Cardano, which is one of the blockchain technologies that's going to be it's running about number 3 right now in terms of market cap and use cases, etc. Now, the blockchain technology is extremely powerful technology that's going to drive the future. I don't have enough time to get into all of it right now, but blockchain is incredible technology that's going to be the future of the internet. It's going to be the future of money, the future of insurance, the future of DeFi. It's going to bring so much, right? Now, Charles said, okay, he's talking about Afghanistan and stuff like that and how crypto is going to help there. But he also mentioned how he's been approached for the vaccine passports. And this is not going to be an anti or pro-vaccine speech or rant. But what his point is that while he also doesn't want to get into the debate about vaccines, what he's warning about is every time we start with something like this, you cannot guarantee that the technology will not be turned against you in a totalitarian way. So be very careful when you're giving up your freedoms, because even if you think it's worth it now, it'll always come in the beginning disguised as an emergency, and then it will stay. Because once you allow any government, and this is not a hit on our government, this is worldwide. Once you allow once you allow any government to break the law or take away your freedoms in the case of an emergency, they are going to create more emergencies to take away your freedoms. You see how that works? Even here in the Philippines, do you know that how coding all started, right? Coding was started during the late 90s when they were building the MRT down EDSA. It was supposed to be temporary. It was supposed to be just for the construction phase to manage the traffic because it was going to cause havoc. And they opened up the gates of Dasmariñas village and other villages nearby to help ease with the traffic. But guess what? We never got our non-coding back. It just became a staple. Why? Because it's once you take away a liberty, you'll never give it back. It just is not how it works, right? So just be careful every time you are asked to do something that, and this is not a Karen thing or an anti-vaxxer thing. I'm vaxxed already, so I've done about 5 videos promoting vax. So I'm very pro-vax, but I'm also pro-freedom as well to a certain degree. I mean, I know that there's a big case here where it's everybody's responsibility because it's public health, but like I said in the earlier part, let's be careful when we come through this, what damage we leave behind. That's irreparable. Okay, I think you've gotten the homily for the day. I don't think you need any more than that. I think the only thing that's lacking today that will cheer everybody up, it's a guaranteed thing. It always happens. It is. All right, rocket ship. Thanks to our friends at Motolite, pang matagalan, we have got our raffle time with a raffle dog who really needs some Motolite right now. I wish we could plug this little guy into some kind of Motolite battery. Look at him, how he always just... Oh, right there, Rocket. Yeah, you're low bat talaga. Just as well. The irony of our sponsor today. You really need one, Rocket. I'll get you one after this, don't worry. You just help me out. Just draw a name. I think there are 3 names, right? There are 3 names? Kangkong first. How many kangkongs? 5 kangkong. Stop looking at your mama's boy. Yeah, mama's boy. As soon as he hears his mama's voice, oh no. Oh, your breath, Rocket. Have you been into the kangkong chips? Yeah, I think so. All right, ready? If you're good, I'll give you your own little treat. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and... All right, Rocket. Use your magic again. We got one more, but yeah, he's chewing. Is it 3 for this one? Yeah. Okay, Rocket, you look like you're in shock. Okay, ready? Yeah, Rocket. What Brent say? Rocket has lagay today. That's why he's awake. That's right. Okay, Rocket. It's time to earn. You sing for your supper. There's no such thing as a free lunch. You got to eat twice. Come on, hit the button. Ready? Okay, Mom, put that button up. Ooh, I think he got gassy there. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wait, let's aim it. Aim him. Aim him. Boy. And there you have it, Rocket. You're off the hook. You want to just say goodbye to all your fans out there, your tropa. Hey, tropa. Thanks very much for tuning in. Did you see all your friends out there, Rocket? You had so many furry friends. People were little fur friends there putting their hands up, putting their paws. There you go. Go and play in the comment section. There you go. All right, well, that pretty much wraps it up. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast of stream, and I hope you were one of the winners. I really do, especially for the well, it doesn't matter, the dog food or the kangkong. The dog food Rocket just loves, and they're specially formulated too. So it's nice to be, if you're really fussy with your pet, it's great to get a hold of these guys, because these guys will really take care of all your deliveries and stuff for pet food. And it just, you know what? We just want the best for our pets, I guess. That's all. And I don't need to tell a fur parent about that. Every fur parent knows what I'm talking about. See, X is even just shamelessly promoting her dog there because she just can't help it. So every fur parent is like this. So we understand. We get it. That's why we ask you to put your fur baby over in the comments box, because who doesn't love sharing a picture of their little fur baby, right? Of course. Okay, so that wraps it up. Guys, girls, ladies, gents, thank you so much for joining us. I had a great time today because, we didn't have any dramas, which is always nice. To not have dramas during the show, technical dramas at least, is what I'm talking about. And I hope you guys are doing all well. You're still keeping your sanity. We'll see you again here next Friday, same time, same place, hopefully not with the same restrictions. Till then, I'm Tita James on behalf of the entire crew. Be safe.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and talk a while.